If you're new here, my name is Angela, and I am the Inquisitive Farmwife. You never know what kind of things I'll be doing, but today we're going to talk a little bit about stocking up, because did you know it is Stocktober? If you haven't seen that hashtag out there, I encourage you to go check it out. Leisa over at Sutton's Days has started this initiative. It's not necessarily a collaboration, but it's kind of a movement. And she has invited anyone who wants to participate to join in. And what we want from all of you, and I'm going to be doing myself, is to share different things that you're going to be stocking up on for the month of October. You can use social media like Facebook or Instagram or whatever, YouTube. Share what you're doing. We want to know. This is the time of year where my grandma and I used to go and take a trip to the city once a year in the fall, and I would stock up. I would get an entire cartload full of canned goods. This was before I learned to do my own home canning, and it was kind of a tradition that we would do every fall. So I've been Stocktobering for many, many years. It's really good to go ahead and fill your pantries according to the seasons. So for me in Northeast Kansas, we can get snow and ice and not be able to get out and get groceries for several days. And so for me, it's just kind of been a natural habit to prepare for that. Now, when I have a nice garden, I'm lucky enough to be able to can, freeze dry, and dehydrate. I love food preservation always. If you don't know that, please go check out. I have several playlists on different ways to do different foods that the way my family likes to have them. Today, I had kind of something happen, and I thought I want to share it with all of you. My cousin is going through a really rough time right now. And I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what I could do. And I certainly didn't have time to cook a meal. So that is why I like to have frozen dinners in my freezer. So if you go back, I have several recipes on things that I like to freeze as meals for instances like this, or for myself when I'm just really stressed and overwhelmed. But it was so great for me to be able to go in and grab a couple of family-sized dinners and deliver to them to help them whenever it's convenient for them. And that made me feel really good to be able to do that. So that's something that I need to start stocking up again now that I've started giving some of it away and using it myself during harvest season. So I'm going to probably plan on doing that this winter. That's kind of a winter project I have. But before you do that, you have to have your food to bring it all together, right? So after I went and made that delivery, I stopped at our local Walmart. That's what we have here, is for everything, groceries, whatever. We just have one store, and they're remodeling. And so I've been taking advantage of the different sales that they're having. They're kind of restocking the shelves. I suggest that when you go into grocery stores and, big box stores or wherever, that you check out their clearance aisles, because you never know what you're really going to find. And you can, if you don't do your own canning, sometimes you can find there's going to be sales coming up, but I got this 29 cents off. I got it for 89 cents, and it is a fire roasted diced tomato. This is going to be delicious in just about any meal. You could even make soups with it. You could make casseroles with it. And then I just love tomatoes. And here in our area of Kansas, the tomatoes, it wasn't a very good tomato year. It was a really good pepper year, but not so much tomatoes. So when I see diced tomatoes, I stock up. So 43 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but when you take that time and time again, every little bit, really does add up. So check out your, scratch and dent section, your reduced section. In your most grocery stores actually have that, if you didn't know that. And many of them actually have a reduced meat. So if it's getting close to expiration and you get that, you can bring it home, you can vacuum seal it if you have one, and put it in the freezer and it'll stay fresh for a very long time. If you have the ability to be able to can, I love raw packing meat. It is the easiest thing that you can do. I have a chicken leg video out there. That is the fastest, quickest, easiest canning project I think I've ever done. But when you're stocking up this October, don't forget about health items too. I found some men's vitamins, and I thought this was 75% off. It had been $19 and I got it for $5. And I thought, wow, this is a really good thing to go ahead and stock up on. If they would have had more than one, I probably would have bought it. Something else I found, and you would not think of, okay, this, you don't need to stock up on this. What is this all about? Well, let me explain to you. So I found this desk calendar. Yes, the year has already started. It is from, let's see, April of 2024, so this past spring, to June of 2025. So it's actually going to get me all the way through till next summer. And you're thinking, well, why would you want to buy this? Well, first of all, it was 75 cents. So that was a really good deal. And I'm hoping that this is going to help me stay a little more organized, because when you're stocking your pantry and you're planning it, if you have a calendar and you think about menu planning, something like this could be really helpful. There's plenty of room to write things in. And even if you want to just have like a general idea, you could write, I know I want to have chicken this many times a week. I know I want to have a meatless meal this many times a week. And then you can kind of think, okay, well, I'm going to end up having, 12 chicken dishes. How many pounds of chicken am I going to need to get for the month, or for if you want to do it 3 months in advance, or however you want to do it. And so actually thinking about menu planning when you're stocking up is really a good idea to do. It's a really crazy time right now, and if you can try to find a way to save yourself a little bit of money now, it will definitely come in handy in the future. But just like today, I was so glad that I had stocked ahead of time so that I had items that I could share with, a loved one who really could use a little pick me up, some home comfort food rather than, the constant drive through and stuff like that. So think about when you're stocking up about if you want to get things that you could maybe use on those kinds of days. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for visiting with me. Let's get a conversation started. I would love to hear, what kind of things do you like to stock up on? Do you stock up seasonally? Do you just stock up on food? Or do you think about, your health and beauty items? Do you menu plan? I will admit, menu planning has always been really hard for me. If you've got some tips and tricks, I'd love to hear about them. Until next time, friends, we'll see ya. Bye for now.